chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is going to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Wilson. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 37 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. 7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with the third. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it is also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Williams. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief there when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to try back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurobunom. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there, and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
2nd down, McKinnon. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive. They couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Hey, 0-0-0. Alert. 14, got it. This is asleep.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Williams running left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Here's Mostert. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hope.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Bradley Chubb from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We can make this one pretty simple. Run the ball's progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. And how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So that's CD an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's in.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle, thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Micah Kaiser.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one.
Here's Hardman to return.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Mahomes to throw it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stat.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They give it to Williams, running right.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. For the Bears at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's an option play left. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. On 1st and 10, McKinney. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They'll take this to the 46. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, McKinney. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! Had the option to hand that one off for Leonard himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Santos for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Tyron Johnson,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers have moved out in front.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On 2nd and 7, Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKinney.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And some space here.
Najee Harris.
Touchdown. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. McKinney. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 6.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Ready up!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
To throw on 2nd down. McKinney. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. McKinney. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bush. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's brought in by Harris. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw. McKinney. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pretty explosive run on an inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McKinney. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyler Gordon picks it up, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things up. And my goodness, another interception. Kyler Gordon picks it up. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Fields now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On fourth down, here's the option.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on fourth down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Off play action. McKinney. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. McKinney. Complete. It's Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And in for the Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back into win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point now by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Bears 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time.
Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Steelers,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.